Pure water, pure pride, pure Jamaican. Pure water is about pure hydration. Remember to drink pure water and satisfy all your pure water needs.
BLC Jamaica for all your services in alarms, CCTV, and gate automation. Call us today at 1-876-351-1105 or 876-320-7711. Check us out for all your security services. Again, call us at 1-876-351-1105 or 876-320-7711.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Friday, February 19 Open Gate Facebook and YouTube show. The Open Gate show applauds a gentleman, a statesman, an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, a racehorse owner, breeder, a businessman, a man of class, Michael Bernard, or under the name Micros, surely Wow, Nipster, Another Affair, etc. comes to mind. Last Saturday, we had two good displays, of which I should make notation. And for you too, the way Costa trained Law of Lucy, surely we'll be going places. Also, the Feliciana trained Salvation showed good speed and won very easily. The Open Gate show wishes both connections all the best. Onwards with these two. We definitely need good horses to run at Caymanas Park so that fans can be energized, as well as new interest can have that attention of coming into the sport of horse racing. Another notation that I should mention are the horses from the champion trainers barn, Anthony Nunes. They are looking very, very well this week. And one of note, well, two horses that I noted did very well, Burn Notice and the half-sister to Wow. This half-sister has a fluid-like action. This morning, she looked tremendous. Her strides are much longer than her elder brother, Wow. And that is very, very important, how a horse strides. I'm expecting this horse to run maybe 3 weeks' time. And I hope that she displays the talent that I think she has. Okay, well, horse racing, the only sport currently in Jamaica that is happening. And we have to ensure that horse racing still is there. So you need to help others, not only yourself, to wear a mask, practice social distancing, sanitize your hands as much as possible, and very important too, stay hydrated by drinking Jamaica's pure Pride bottled water. Pure water, a pure water we drink. If you don't see it at shop, stores, and supermarkets, ask for it. Okay, 9 races tomorrow. First race, 7.5 furlong, 1,500 meters start. Post time is 12:15 p.m. For native bred 5 years and up, who have never won 2 races in their career, 12 starters. Number 1, Berry Boy, popped up with a fair return to form on the 13th of February and ran evenly to finish 4th, 6.5 lengths, the celebration and Fallina Forever with Casual Charm, who finished 3rd. That is out the straight. Berry Boy will be going on the round. Let's see what will happen tomorrow. Number 2, Moon, and number 3, Block Royalty, recently won, recently broke their maidens and didn't meet much, and will have an oval task if they intend to finish in the top 4. Number 4, Divine Lexi, from the stables of Anthony Nunes, ran even and last against Time for Okola, Vampire Rejection, finishing 3rd, 4.5 lengths. behind those at 24-1 with veteran jockey Richard Reed. He's back, and I'm sure Divine Lex will be much focused now, tomorrow, than 2 weeks ago. Number 5, Dr. Gray gets Tevin Foster, who has recently returned from a fractured shoulder. Tevin has been looking much lighter, much focused, and his form is there for you to see. I'm expecting Tevin Foster to be doing very good this season. Dr. Gray will be closing. I don't expect him to win, but he could be part of the lower section of your exotics. Number 6, Cruising Judd is capable of winning, just that his last 2 displays were not much to go by. Number 7, Vampire Rejection. Then Nelson rode this one twice. Well, he rode this one twice, and he put him to the lead. I'm expecting the same tactics to be used tomorrow. He ran good on last, and finishing a half a length second to Time for a Cola, and had Divine Lexi and company here behind. Most of those horses in that race that finished in the top 6 are here again. Let's see this time if Vampire Rejection can reject all and sundry just after the winning post. Number 10, Tea Time, got 2-1 last week, well, 2 weeks ago, with Dick Cardenas aboard. He remains, and that's the race that Vampire Rejection, Divine Lexi, and a few others were in. She broke slowly out the gate then and rushed up to be near the leaders 4 or 5 lengths, keeping on up to the furlong point, but faded to be 11 lengths. Has to break better, and I figure that Dick Cardenas knowing this one more. If Tea Time is fully focused, she will run a very good race. Number 11, St. Michael, changed stable since last race. That last race on the 16th of January going a mile was okay. Broke slowly out the gates, rushed up, went up to the leaders and looked challenging at entering the straight, but faded to be 5th, 5.5 lengths behind Thunderstrike, C. Cruz, who is here again, and Time for a Cola, who won after finishing 3rd in this race. Only needs to duplicate that November 14th run, going a mile, where he finished 1.25 lengths second to Prince Dominic, had Miss Hazel behind, but ran very, very wide. An issue that has to be sorted out, because it's not the first time that St. Michael runs wide. Seen in fairly good condition, and I'm expecting a very good run from this St. Michael with Paul Francis up. Number 12, C. Cruz, interesting entry, who will be making his 4th start within a month. Prefers to run on the lead, and surely Trevor Simpson will have him in that position early. But how focused he will be, that is the question, because C. Cruz is very unreliable. Several horses here ran against each other, competing and beating each other multiple times. So that's what makes the race most so puzzling. But number 7, Vampire Rejection, from number 11, St. Michael, number 12, C. Cruz, number 1, Berry Boy, number 6, Cruising Judd. Second race, 5 furlong straight or 1,000 meters straight. The 10 started for 5 races and up, who've never won 3 races in their career. Number 1, Uncle Vernon, not well drawn, but is bred for speed, and if he's tuned, he has a good chance to win, regardless of this inner post. Working well, and not seen in the dark, but only in the latter part where there's light, we see Uncle doing his thing. But he looks well returning to his stables, and that's what I like about this horse tomorrow. Number 2, Dan Belize, very light and could get into the places on the board. Another who has to break sharply. Number 3, For Velocity, rested and now back, looking a different mare. Another who has been working very early in the mornings and looks okay enough. Can she win? Well, she could, but for me, I think, she's going to need this race. Number 4, Gimme Palinka, should be suited to Trevor Simpson's riding style. And this horse adores the straight. The last 3 times she ran up the straight, she did very well. One of them, she got beat by Denby Life, number 2, finishing 3rd behind that one. Celebration was in 2nd. Number 6, Costa, should be the favorite. Speedy horse who has been failing to hold his gallop since the latter part of 2019. That's how long. Should be the one to beat, as I said. But, well, he has to hold his gallop. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. Number 10, Baby Star, not herself since mid-August of last season, but looking like her old self of late. Could be one fighting this out. Top 4. Number 10, Baby Star. Number 1, Uncle Vernon. Number 4, Jimmy Palinka. Number 6, Costa. Denby Life could be added for those who plays the exotics. Number 10, though, is who I'm selecting on top. Number 1, Uncle Vernon for 2nd. Number 4, Jimmy Palinka. Number 6, Costa. Remember, I said any one of those can win. 3rd race, 11 starters go a mile, 1,600 meters. It's for trios and up, optional claiming 350,000 with 6-year-olds who've never won 4 races in their lifetime. Number 1, Here Comes the Boss, has speed when focused. She's unreliable, but she's a possibility. Number 2, Rock Away, fit horse who could be placed in a condition race where he would be more suited against lesser than these. But I'm only an analyst. The connections is their horse, so they put their horse wherever they want. Number 5, Hot Ice, came hot and last, scoring easily on the 31st of January, going 7 furlongs. Ran on after breaking very slowly and just pulled away, motored away to be 9 lengths in front of the opposition. Up in class, still fit, has run against a few better ones in recent occasions, although didn't show him much. Omar Simpson is on, and Hot Eyes could be considered for a chance of making this 2 in a row. Number 6, Philip Puddington, fits well with these, and trainer Ryan Darby, he does well with these type of horses. Number 7, Royal Aviator, it has been over 2 years. Trainer Rudolph Hardiel has not won a race despite him over 60 horses. The Open Gate Show wishes him a better year this season. Number 8, Musketoon, won like an out-of-class horse 2 weeks ago when claimed for 250,000 and stepped up within a week to the higher tag. And at 6 furlongs, he pulled away and won effortlessly. Can he repeat? Well, maybe. But lightning has to strike twice. If you think so, then you can add Musketoon to your top selection. Number 9, Miss Linda Ray, interesting entry, who is very unreliable, but when focused, normally runs well. Number 11, Kaya, down a few notches in the claim from $550,000 to $350,000. This is an interesting horse. She attracts the Cardenas for trainer Marvin Campbell. Seeing this one work, can't say much about her. It's a horse I don't really admire much, but that's nothing. Kaya should have a serious look at. Number 6, though, so Pullington. Number 5, Hot Eyes. Number 11, Kaya. Number 9, Miss Linda Ray. Number 2, Rock Away for a minor placing on the board. 4th race, go a mile or 1,500 meters for 4s and up. It's an optional claim race, 250,000 with 5-year-old maidens, as well as 6-year-olds who have never won 3 races in their career. 4 in starters. Number 1, Isotope, has transformed in condition since claimed on the 6th of February and has a very good chance to win. It's really remarkable within 2 weeks how transformed this horse looks. Number 2, Sir Arjun Baba, a seldom claim for trainer Gary Sobrati on the 30th of January for 250,000. This horse ran poor as the 3 to 5 favorite, finishing 7th, 11 lengths behind. Let's see if Gary still has the magic when he claimed the horse to go up. I remember a horse by the name of Big Belly Sam won a number of races and was a claiming horse. Anyway, we go to number 3, Cora. Shane Ellis does well with her on occasions. He's back on for tomorrow's engagement. Number 5, Flower 30, scored a long overdue win on the 19th of December. It was a late start to January 31st this season, so she will be making her seasonal debut. Trinidad Derby has won lots of races with his claim recruit. First time he's running off the claim, so beware of Flowers 30. Number 7, Stall Walking Girl, another entry here who has been looking in very good condition since changing barns. This horse was claimed on the 6th of September and has quite a number of months to be turned around. Trainer Anthony Sobrati did well with Sir Arjun Barber, number 2 in this race. Let's see if he can have Stall Walking Girl walking in the winter's enclosure tomorrow. Number 8, Big Man Union, air off a sojourn, but loves it fresh, and her rider did well on the 4th of July last season, that's Samantha Fletcher, running on, but was just a bit late to be second, 1.5 lengths behind, and Cliente had reassurance in third, going 7 furlongs. Number 9, Unbreakable, won more races than all here. 21 races, this horse, 23 races rather, this horse won. Interesting that Nelson gets the call. It's quite a while. This horse has not really showed anything. The 31st of October was the last time, finishing second, 3.5 lengths, going 7 furlongs to first selection. And I think that this field is a bit tougher, but let's see. Number 13, Tradition, ran consecutive second place finishes in the last 2 at good odds, even though not much of a threat to the winner. Number 4, Berlin, Omar Walker for trainer Errol Burke, who seldom starts the horse. Quite a number of entries since the start of the season are getting the top riders on. Some very strange ride. Its condition wasn't all that attractive when seen for his last 2 starts. As a matter of fact, when seen for quite a number of times. I have not seen this one of late, but Omar Walker, he rides, and that's very interesting. Number 5, though, Flowers 30, from number 1, Isotope. Number 2, Sir Arjun Barber. Number 3, Cora. Number 7, Stall Walking Girl. Race 5 is for native bred foals and up. It's a maiden condition race. 16 starters, they go 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters. Number 4, Soul Treasure, should show some value now, as it's due. Number 6, Toughness. She only has to be focused as on January the 30th, when she closed from way off the place with Dane Nelson to finish second, 4.75 lengths to out of class. It is now had Corandero behind. Was impeded at the half mile in that race. Toughness could be tough enough now at this handicap to fight this out for the top spot. Number 7, Plutologist, never shown anything in 9 career starts, but is claimed by Ryan Darby on New Year's Day. Ryan Darby, he seems to be working well with any horse. Number 8, Reckless Diamond, 1 of 2 here for trainer Stephen Todd. Good-looking filly who can pop up when focused for a good display. Could be tomorrow, maybe. We don't know. But it's your guess. Number 9, Silverstein gets first-time Lasix. Number 11, Queen Destiny, makes her seasonal debut and looking in fair condition. Number 12, Mighty Chelsea. Anthony Thomas is on for the 2nd consecutive time. Let's see if 1 + 1 equals 11 or it equals 2. I'm sure you all can add. Maybe it's 11, as she was reported to be lame going back to the Untitled enclosure last week after finishing fourth, 9.25 lengths behind. Well, Maddie Chelsea, we don't know what went wrong, but maybe we'll know when the gates are open tomorrow. Number 13, Cupcake, could close for a minor spot. Number 16, Allen, the second horse for Stephen Todd here, was forced to lead 2 weeks ago. Maybe that was a workout for this race. I think so. Allen will be held off the pace. Well, it's likely to be held off the pace and could show his best effort yet when he makes his 19th career start. Number 6, Toughness, though. Number 16, Allen for second. Number 15, Expeditious. As a matter of fact, I didn't say much. I didn't say anything on that horse. Should have a chance as, there are a lot of loud whispering this morning on that horse. Number 8, Reckless Diamond. Number 12, Mighty Chelsea for the low exotics. 6.5 furlongs or 1,300 meters. This race consists of 9 starters. That's race 6. It's 4 native trios. It's a made special weight race. Number 1, Irish Whiskey has used, but 6.5 furlong. However, he could factor on the lower end of the tote board. Number 2, Will at War. One of 2 here for trainer Robert Pearson. Should improve on that last run, and it's a possibility that he will be posing for connections in the winner's enclosure. Number 3, Curlin's Kawata. Ran poorly with first-time blinkers. That's off for tomorrow. Should be a contender for the top 4 slot. Number 4, Slancelano, another of Robert Pearson's horse, who has the tongue tie taken off for the first time. Maybe you will see some improvement. Number 5, Don't Play With Magic. Work improve in the visor and possible, and tongue tie too. Both are on for tomorrow, and Don't Play With Magic should run her best race yet. Number 6, Sweet Majesty, a very, very interesting horse. One of 2 here for trainer Edward Stanbury. Ran well on debut. That's the 6th of February. 5 furlongs round. Up with the leaders after breaking slowly. Got 31-1 and finished second, 3 lengths behind King's Magic and Amy the Butcher. That was a very good field. 4th is then. Christopher Ramdeen was on. He's still on now. This Sweet Majesty is bred in the purple from a mare out of Lemon Drop Kid. Of course, Lemon Drop Kid, shows horses that goes any distance on any surface. I'm much interested in this horse because that run was very, very good. What is interesting though, the figure 8 is on, even though she ran so well on debut 2 weeks ago. So let's see. Number 7, Big Man Biden. I've been training for ages and debuted on the 2nd of January and broke far behind the field, but closed up reasonably to be, not much near at the end, but ran well enough to show that this horse has some use. Shane Ellis, he rides, and this horse, as I said, is working well enough, and I'm expecting him to be part of the top 5. Number 8, Kai Alexis, a debutant born the 10th of April, a Bay filly by Northern Giant out of Jesus Art by Pat and Jack. Breeder Glenn Lee Robinson, owner Kevin Witter, the groom Everton Russell. Ryan Darby trains this one, Kevin Foster rides. This also half sister to 2020 Derby winner King Arthur. has been working well, very well. But I don't know what to say about this horse. Well bred, yes, but it's interesting to see Ryan Darby winning with a horse first time out. Not saying he can't, but it will be very interesting. A lot of talk on this horse. I think he worked so well last Saturday, was it? Yes. Well, let's see what this debutant will do. Another debutant, number 9, Rising Saint, born the 23rd of March, a bay colt by Stormcraft out of High of a Dream by Omen Instinct. Breeder Lakeland Farms, owner Jacqueline Burgess and Emil Wright. Groom, Darren Longmore. Edward Stanbury. Trains, Anthony Thomas gets the call. Useful colt who will show some worth, but a minor placing in the top 5 is what I envisage. I don't expect this one to win. Number 2, though, Will It War. From number 5, Don't Play With Magic. Number 6, Sweet Destiny. Very, very, very dangerous filly who not only has speed, but I'm sure she has lots of potential. Number 7, Bigman Biden. Number 3, Curran Skywater. Comes to race 7, turning starters for 4s and up, who've never won 2 races in their lifetime. 5.5 furlongs is the journey, or 1,100 meters. Number 2, Double Jeopardy, very consistent and should be in the frame again, and even have less to compete with, in my opinion. Number 3, Miss Hillington, looking a bit improved of late, not to be taken lightly. Number 4, My Time Now, a likely upsetter. On the 21st of November, going 6 furlongs, this horse closed from way behind to get in within 3/4 lengths. Second, to High Diplomacy, had just the delusion behind. My Time Now, it could be My Time Now for the second time, as the horses that this horse ran against in the past are all up in class. So it's interesting to see what will happen. Number 6, Papito, making his seasonal debut, ran surprisingly well on last. That's the 26th of December, Boxing Day, going 5 furlongs round, where he was prominent and kept on to finish second, 3/4 lengths behind Cold Pursuit. Of course, that one went on to win and did well in the classes above. Obviously, Papito has issues, but is seen looking very sharp, both in the mornings as well as in the afternoon. Can win, yes. You know, they Nelson rides and has scope for improvement. And of course, this horse is pretty well bred. Was born here in utero. Number 7, Versatile Vision, another of trainer Anthony Yunis' entry on tomorrow's 9-race card. Coming over 7-month sojourn, looking a different filly. It's paper light and run against far better than these in recent past. Looks to be the one penciled for this race. Number 8, Sensational Satin, has number 6, Pepito, to overcome. Number 10, Inferno Flames, recently sold and quickly starting, getting first-time cheek pieces on. Number 12, I'm a Citizen, maybe a citizen at Patrick Lynch's stable. Ain't a citizen yet in the winner's enclosure. Number 13, Helicopter, flew away by 14 lengths when breaking his maiden 3 weeks ago against far lesser. Only ran 6 times. The Cardenas remains, and this horse has use and could improve to be a factor once again. Don't like him to win though. Number 7, Versatile Vision. From number 2, Double Jeopardy. Number 6, Pepito. Number 3, Miss Hillington. Number 12, I'm a Citizen. The penultimate race, race 8, goes a mile or 1,600 meters. It's the feature race, the Alexander Hamilton Trophy race. Mr. Alexander Hamilton recently passed away, and his family was a monarch in horse racing in Jamaica. They owned a lot of land, even owned the land that Caymanas Park is presently on, and they gave it away as a gift. And so many other lands given away as a gift. As a matter of fact, as I speak, his son, John, is still giving away parcels of land to the poor the poorer people who can't own. And this family, very kind. They came to Jamaica in the slavery days. Well, their great grandparents, and they did well. Huge slave plantation, but they love Jamaica and they love the people of Jamaica. Alexander Hamilton was a leading owner. He owns a lot of good horses trained by the Iron Lady, Eileen Cliggott. And we will forever remember Mr. Alexander Hamilton and his wife, who also passed away. Okay, small field, 8 starters. They go, and it's for trails and up. It's an open allowance race, going a mile. Number 1, Superluminal, a 9-year-old bay horse by natural selection out of Thousand Hills by Peaks and Valleys. Breeder Wise 955 Limited, owner PJK Team. Groom O'Shane Wallace, one of 2 here for Ian Pissard. Sorry. Superluminal is looking in the pink of condition, has speed to contend with, but has superior pace and is a fighter. That is forte. Superluminal has a very good chance of taking this trophy home for the Passard family. Number 2, Roy Rogers, a grey gelding, 5-year-old grey gelding by Distorted out of Soka Party by Region of Merit. Owner and breeder Faye Lee. Her husband Dennis Lee trains this one. The groom under Rickett has it all to do, but one of 2 here that loves the wet condition, and Roy Rogers could be on the headline for quite a while. Number 3, Jamai Raja, a 8-year-old trusted gelding by Market Rally out of Angela's Favorite by Orientate, breeder Ham Farms Limited, owner Delroy War. His brother Errol War trains. Dave Biggs, the groom, loves the sloppy condition. But along with Roy Rogers and Superluminal, they will be setting the pace. But I'm expecting out of the trial, Superluminal to endure better. Number 4, Crimson, a 5-year-old bay gelding by Nuclear Wayne out of Sarah Barracuda by Price, breeder Michael Bernard, owner the Success Farm, groom Claude Thompson, Garrison Bratty trains. Tevin Foster slips a very important 2 kilo off this half-brother to Wow Wow. Crimson has been transformed since he was sold. Has a very good chance, will be closing. Number 5, England Rose, a 4-year-old bay filly by natural selection out of Hawufa by Royal Minister, which makes her a full sister to the classy and respected She's a Manita. Breeder Winston Kong, owner his son Ian Kong. God Pennant, the groom, Wayne DeCosta, has Anthony Thomas to ride this talented filly who has issues. Strange, he's running back within 12 days. Last week, going 6.5 furlongs, England Rose stayed on well and shouldn't find a mile a problem. 56 kilos, quickly back. Wayne DeCosta surely knows what he's doing. Stretching out for the first time. Will be sitting close to the pace setters, and we'll have hopes of trying to get in front, approaching the furlong point. Can she do it? She could. Number 6, Duke, 5-year-old grey horse by Casual Chick out of Lady Macbeth by Bob. Second horse bred by breeder Michael Bernard. Owner Micros, of course. Micros is Michael and Rose. That's Mr. Bernard's wife, Rose Bernard. So that's how that name was formed. Second horse here, well, he doesn't own Crimson again, but this is the second horse in this race that he bred rather. Duke, fit enough, don't expect him to win, but should run well enough. The groom, Dwight Lawrence. Number 7, Another Bullet, 9-year-old bay horse by Nasheed, out of Wisely Noted by Wise Up. Breeder, the Custom Farms Limited. Owner, Tanya Carr. Groom, Kevin Lewis, trainer Patrick Lynch, has the Cardenas on. The class horse in this race, but is at age Well, he's not the only 9-year-old here. Superluminal is also a 9-year-old. He has to be on his A game to win this. Regardless, he's dropping class. And, surely I respect Patrick Lynch. Last run on the 16th of January wasn't all that bad. Looking okay at exercise, but I don't know. I just feel that he needs this race also. But who am I? I'm just an analyst and a good horseman as well as a trainer too. All right, number 8, Harry's Train, a 6-year-old trusted mare by Discreetly Mine, Sweet Dixie by Dixon Band. This U.S. importee was bred by Betfair. Betfair is one of the top agent in Florida that sells young horses. And this U.S. bred was bought by PJK Team. Ian Passard is part of that team and he trains. And this is the second entry, Richard Duaney rides. Number 4, though, Crimson from number 1, Superluminal. Number 5, England Rose. Number 6, Duke. The final race number 9, 5.5 furlongs or 1,100 meters, 14 starters. It's for foals and up who've never won 2 races in their lifetime. Number 1, No Work Permit. 1 of 3 here for trainer Patrick Lynch. Work Permit could be in your thoughts. Number 2, Coppertone, privately sold since last race, will be getting first-time tongue tie after 8 career starts. Number 3, Elitist, fairly consistent, but I'm not too impressed with how she has been working of late. When I say of late, I'm talking since the start of the season. And regardless, she still runs good enough. So you can expect Elitist to give in a good performance once again. Can she win? It's a possibility. Number 4, Another Commander, last 2 runs show that he's fit. And this horse could be once again focused. He stumbled on the 1st of January, going 6.5 furlongs, and closed fast to be 4th by 5 3/4 lengths. Came back the 7th of February, led and weakened 5th, 5.5 lengths in a very good field. Those 2 races that Another Fair ran in, Elitist was ahead of him, not too far. Another Commander looks okay on January 12th. That was quite some time ago. Very interesting horse. Tomorrow. Number 6, Another Prosecutor. 2 others drawn beside each other. This one gets blinkers off and first time tongue tie is on for trainer Carl Anderson. Another Prosecutor has speed, but will have to close will be having accompanying speed. So this one, winning chances will be limited. Number 7, K-Boy, looking much improved in condition. Remember, I say in condition, since last race. I've been racing frequently since making his debut on the 13th of November. Improving slowly, but he looked a different horse, much more sheen and much more happier when I saw this one working in the mornings of recent. K-Boy could sit off the pace and close rapidly. Number 8, Strike at Will, working okay. Number 9, Shaboom, is up in grade. Another of Patrick Lynch entry here. Number 11, KD Rocket, been racing mostly out the straight. And now rides the curve tomorrow. Jockey Aaron Chatry was aboard for KD's Rocket's worst 2 races in his 10 career starts. And he'll be on tomorrow. Going on the curve, Gary Sabrati surely is confident that all is well with KD's Rocket, who has multiple issues. Saw this one twice in the afternoon, and he looks good. Let's see. I hope Aaron Chatry can break the jinx and do better with this one. We come to number 14, Stormy Selena. Fast U.S. importee, 5-year-old maiden who has stepped up had exercised since last race. Was at the barn of trainer Gary Sobrati, then this one moved to trainer Patrick Lynch. Has been working well when he started out to prepare for a race, and it was on and off, and everything seems to be okay now. On his debut for trainer Robert Pearson on the 6th of February was all the rage to spread eagle to the field, showed good speed, and ended up second by half a length for Orphan to Striking Lady. We'll be getting the figure 8 on, and I'm sure Dane Nelson requires that, because the horse stops a bit. It wasn't expected that he would stop like that, but the figure 8, what the figure 8 does, it limits how far the horse will open his mouth. A horse under pressure will open his mouth, and this could impede the respiratory action to make him endure. So the connection decided, that's trainer Robert Pearson and Dane Nelson more than likely, to have this figure 8 on. It should make the difference, I think, and this horse has a very good chance of winning. So number 14, Stormy Solano, from number 11, Kenny Rocket, number 7, K Boy, who could be closing fast, can win. Number 3, Elitist, number 4, Another Commander. Good box for a trifecta, these 5 horses. Number 14, Stormy Solano, number 11, Kenny Rocket, number 7, K Boy, number 4, Another Commander, number 3, Elitist. It's the last race on the card, so the exactas and trifectas, they pay much more than if this was in the second race. All right, my best 2, race 2, number 10, Baby Star, race 6, number 2, Will It War. Subscribe to the Open Gate Facebook and YouTube show now. Tell others about it. And see the interviews, especially of late with 2020 Most Improved Trainer, Alfred Brown. And next week, I have veteran jockey, Rory Brown, in an interview. And a possibility, Andrew Ramjeet. I'm sure a lot of people will be excited to hear what Andrew Nari Ramjeet has to say. The Open Gate shows line up a lot of interviews and previews. Subscribe. That's all you have to do. When you subscribe, there'll be a notation on your phone, and you can just go right to the Open Gate show and listen. All right, good luck. And remember, I'm appealing to you all. A lot of people are taking this thing for granted. Not wearing a mask because it's uncomfortable and it's this and it's that. You don't have to have it on all the while. You can take it off a little bit when you're alone, and you can put it on. Social distancing is very important. Yes, at times you'll be clustered, but when you can, separate at a distance. Sanitize your hands. We all know that from when we're a kid. It has multiple effects on everything that goes into our system. Rehydrate, surely. Stay rehydrated. On what else to drink but Jamaica's Pure Pride bottled water, pure water. It's all over. Ask for it. Remember, our pure water we drink. Take care. Be careful. Wish you all the best with tomorrow's race card.